Yo guys, Mike for SimRacing604 and welcome back to Automobilista 2. More specifically, welcome back to my countdown of the best cars in AMS2. Today, the Cadillac V-Series.R, the Cadillac hypercar, has been in this title for a while, and it's been the beneficiary of many updates of late. And specifically here at Daytona, this is one of the best experiences you can have with modern cars in this title, in my opinion. And overall, I would say I'm more a fan of the Lamborghini hypercar in this title if you take into consideration a variety of tracks. But here at Daytona, this V-Series.R just feels right at home and gives an incredible driving experience. So today, we're going to be driving, I'm just falling down through the field. Now moving into last place. It's almost. And there's a P2 class car that almost caught up to us. So horrible start for me here. But we'll see what can transpire over the next 30 minutes. So, what was I going to say? Yes, we have P2 class cars, we have GT3 cars here with us. And the sun is going to be rising, and there's going to be a visual treat. Just before sunrise, we get a feature that maybe few people know about. Oh, getting a little bit of frame lag there. There we go. Come on, computer, sort yourself out. There we are. Yeah, I think few people really know about this feature in AMS2. It's possible that a lot do, but I don't see this a lot in videos, and I think it's one of the coolest features of the title, and we'll get to that in the not too distant future. But yeah, this is a great way to take advantage of modern racing in AMS2. This V-Series.R. I think the default setup just complements Daytona really nicely. And I mean, of course, as a circuit, how can you beat Daytona road course? There aren't many better, in my opinion. But yeah, it's just phenomenal. You can feel so much. Like when I'm going around these high banked corners here at Daytona, I can feel the car pressing into the road surface. And same as in the infield section when you go through that fast left. I don't know the corner names here at Daytona, but there's a fast left and you can feel the tires loading up. It's just a great driving experience. And through the lower speed stuff like this, like when I drive over a curb, the very bumpy, very sharp force feedback effects through the wheel are just phenomenal. So Reza has absolutely crushed this car, and yeah, complemented perfectly by Daytona. So tough to beat this, in my opinion. And I think the Cadillac, as I said, it's not new to the title by any means, and it's one of the more significant, and Daytona as well, additions to the title. Reason being is, if you go back to early days of AMS2, I'm talking way back, like just post-release, what you saw a lot of was comments to the effect of, you know, this is just Project Cars 2.5, and, you know, this is just Brazilian Project Cars, and to a degree it was warranted, of course, because it does use the Madness engine, same thing as the Project Cars titles, but yeah, it was sort of struggling to find its own identity and still being compared to AMS1, which to this day I would still say AMS1 drives better than AMS2. It's my opinion, but I think AMS1 is one of the best driving sims of all time, and stands up beautifully even, 10 years later? And anyway, so AMS2 was struggling to find its identity, and then we got Racing USA Part 1, and we got GTE cars and Daytona, and it just kind of felt like that was going to be the identity of this title. So the reason it distinguished itself at that point was because AMS1, as good as it was, didn't have a ton of mainstream content. So, you know, like even GT3s, pretty much every sim has GT3s in one form or another. But AMS1 did not. You could mod it for sure, but Reza did not directly give us GT3s for AMS1. And not to say that every title has to have GT3, but that level of mainstream content is certainly appreciated. It helps, you know, grow the fan base and give you more online options as far as, you know, busy servers and whatnot. But we didn't have that with AMS1, and then AMS2 came out, and as I said, it was heavily criticized for the way the cars drove, and, you know, Project Cars 2 was kind of infamous for its handling, and Then Reza brought us Racing USA, and I think it was version 1.2 update, which had improvements to how the cars drive. And that was the first time when the comments about, Project Cars 2.5 really started to quiet down. And we've seen the sim grow from there and continue to expand its fan base. So the Daytona and Cadillac and GTE, which is not featured in this race, really helped define what this title is. And it's continued to grow over the years as Reza has updated the title more and more. And by the way, more improvements coming and more updates coming. We're going to get Stadium Super Trucks, which is fantastic. One of the coolest things to drive in AMS1 is Stadium Super Trucks, and we're getting it for AMS2, which I'm stoked about. So yeah, we're able now to drive this Cadillac V-Series.R. Whoa, little touch there. Cadillac on Cadillac violence. And yeah, it's just phenomenal. It really is phenomenal. Like, it's grown with the title, and very much tied to the story, the history of AMS2 is this Cadillac. And now we get to drive it in cool scenarios like this with just so much to take in. And you can see the moon off to the side. I think you'll see it as we make our way around the track here, around the oval section. Whoa. And the sun should be rising, I hope, before the end of this 30-minute race. Time acceleration is on, so I think we'll see the sun. But there is another feature that I will be showcasing. It's coming up quite soon, probably another 5 or so minutes, and then we'll get to talk about that. But yeah, just a lot of positive things going on here. And I struggled with this because it was like, the V-Series is not my favorite hypercar. I prefer the Lambo. So does it deserve to be on this list of the best cars? I would say yes, with an asterisk. Still prefer overall the Lambo, but here at Daytona, this is one of the best experiences driving you can have in AMS2, in my opinion. So I wanted to include it in the list. I'm sure you could get the setup dialed in for that Lambo hypercar to feel as good as this Cadillac, but for people like me who just want to hop in and drive and don't know all that much about setups or can't be bothered with the setup, I mean, this is just a great point and shoot option. Should have been in first gear. Losing time here. Cadillac's going to have the inside line through this fast left-hander. What can I do? Brake later is what I can do. Hopefully not locking up. There we go. Got plenty of distance between us. Good. Up now to 7th. Not a stellar race here for me, but maybe I can get top 5. We'll see. Got clear track in front of me. Then we can start to attack those cars. I don't know how far back we are. I would guess about 4 or 5 seconds. And we will try and chop away at that time. But yeah, beautiful feeling through the wheel. Car gets nice and heavy coming around the banked section. And then you can feel the car sliding across the surface there as we take the bus stop chicane quite quickly. I can see on my left screen, I can see the other cars. They're not that far ahead. Just got to keep our head down, drive like heck. And we're starting to see the effect I was alluding to at the start of the video that I think is one of the coolest things and not talked about enough. It's not quite there. We'll talk about it soon, I promise. I hate turn 1 at Daytona. One of my least favorite quarters, especially in a car like this with limited visibility. I find it so hard to search out that apex. Maybe all I need is to do a 24-hour race in iRacing or something and get used to it. But yeah, for right now, I really struggle with turn 1. So decent chance that I'll run into a barrier before the end of this session, but we'll see how we get on. All right, so should be able to see the cars in front. There we go, on this little short straight. So just a couple seconds separating us. And I'm up a full second on my previous best, so that's good. Taking advantage of the clear track around me. Pretty soon we should be into slipstream territory, probably by the end of next lap, so hopefully we'll be in the fight by then. Somewhere around the midway point of this race, we're also going to run into the GT3s, Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, Mike. Poorly judged the chicane there. And that set me back almost a second and a half, so terribly unfortunate. And you can see in the rearview mirror at the top of your screen there, the 8th place hypercar is catching up. We'll get there. We'll get there. Come on, Mike. Get around there. Ooh. Just about lost it. And yeah, that feeling when you go a little bit beyond the limit of the tire's grip here, you can feel that through the wheels, so well detailed. And look at that sight. Look at those cars making their way around the oval section here at Daytona. What a beautiful, beautiful looking game. And this car really roars too. It's got a very distinct engine note. Well, I guess all engine notes are distinct, but yeah, this one in particular, throaty, deep, roaring is how I would describe it. Man, if I hadn't messed that corner up, messed up the chicane, I mean, I'd be just about caught up to these guys. All right, we're on the back of the first GT3s here. Kept it cleaner through there that time. Hello, Corvette. Excuse me, Corvette. And this is it. This is the effect, the feature that I think is really cool, not discussed enough. Morning fog. It's awesome. And it doesn't just, you know, generically collect over top of the road surface. It collects at low points, which I think is really, really neat. What a cool feature that Reza chose to give us here at Daytona. Only lasts for a few minutes, but you do get that morning fog here at Daytona, and I just think the world of it. I think that's so cool. So we'll only see it on the bank section, probably this lap, and then it'll be mostly gone by next lap. So you don't get much of it, but yeah, setting up a race like this, you will get to enjoy it, which I think is cool, cool, cool. All right, then there's the moon, just about gone. I think this is the last lap we'll see the moon as well. 17 minutes to go, and we're not into the thick of the GT3s yet. Although the clean lap that I put in last time around has let me catch up to the 6th place hypercar, in this case a Porsche. Sky very pink. We're almost ready to see that sun coming above the horizon. And if I time this right, there we go, managed to keep it clean. Might be able to sneak an overtake here. Come on, Porsche, what do you got? What do you got? You can hear this Cadillac bottoming out. Oh, he's going into the pits. Okay, fair, fair. That's probably why I was able to keep up. He's got damage. And we're not far off. Whoops, another bad turn one. Come on, Mike. Not far off the 5th place caddy. Or 5th place car, rather. Which looks to be a Porsche again. And I'm hearing that we may get the... In fact, I think they've kind of soft revealed it. The Lamborghini hypercar for Race Ring. Very interesting. See where that goes. Race Room really doesn't miss with much, so I think they will probably crush the Lamborghini hypercar. Can't wait to drive that. Probably later this year. Look out. Thank you, Lambo. Alright, so we're back into it. Still got the fog. See how it collected the low points? Isn't that the coolest? Maybe nobody else thinks of it as that cool. I think it's pretty amazing. I love it. Can't think of any other sim that does that Not that every sim needs to, but I do think it's a really cool thought by Reza to include that. Going low there, Mercs. Good. BMW and Porsche, perhaps? Front. Still learning my hypercar tail lights. And we're just about perfectly crossing the line at the midway point here. BMW hypercar flashing its lights at the Mercedes. Get out of the way. We're coming through. And Mercedes is going to mess me up here a little bit. I'm not going to be able to take the ideal line. It was actually not that bad. Nothing competes with the Alpine tail lights for hypercars, but the BMW gets second place. Lambo second place, BMW third place. Look out. Look out, boys. BMW coming across the track. Narrowly avoided collision there. And you just saw light hit the track. Should be able to see the sun now. Come on, Mike. Busy traffic-wise here. Oh, I didn't know the fog stuck around this long. I was lying to you guys earlier when I said we'd only see it for a couple laps. It's actually hung on longer than I thought. But what a beautiful, amazing experience here. Whoa, Porsche. Bit aggressive under the blue there, fella. BMW trying to take it on the outside. GT3's plugging up the inside. We're going to drive right through the fog. Stay high, boys. Stay high. There we are. Alright, so after all that, we managed to escape in 5th place. And boy, is this gorgeous. Look at that lighting. Wow. Whoa. Oop, don't turn on your pit limiter, Mike. I gotta do something about that. That's not the first time that's happened. What happens is, if I get bumped, my thumb has a tendency to hit the pit limiter. So I gotta do something about that. I gotta map it to a button that's less easily pressed. BMW gonna take 5th place from me here. Although I might be able to sneak something up the inside. Corvette cut it off. That's okay. As long as that BMW hangs out back there, I'm good. And I'm going to go wide here. Keep myself outside. Let the GT3 do their thing on the inside. Look at that light. Look at how gorgeous that is. Wow. And I can't say enough good things about this Caddy too. Like, I'm focusing largely on the environment and the track, but the Caddy handles beautifully as well. And the level of force feedback and detail I get through the wheel here, and the ease of driving this car on default setup at a not easy track to set up for is really, really impressive. Tires hanging in there. We're doing okay. Probably get close to, I would think, a full hour on these tires, but we won't need it. We've only got less than 12 minutes to go here. How long will the fog last for? I don't know. Will we see the P2 class cars? I also don't know that. Did I survive turn 1? Oh boy. GT3 stuck in the infield there. Is that going to throw a double wave yellow or a full course yellow? We'll see. Hope not. For some reason, I have no recollection of the fog lasting this long. But no complaints. I love it. I love driving in it. It's cool. And we're slowly chipping away at the gap to the Porsche in front of me here. Oof. Car getting a little bit light at the rear there. Stunning scenes here at Daytona. Come on, Mike, get a good exit here. Whoop. A little aggressive on that exit. Might have cut the track slightly, although it doesn't look like I'm getting any penalties for that, so all good. Come on, Mike. Keep pressing. We got this. Should be caught up to this Porsche. If I have another decent lap here, should be caught up to this Porsche by the end of this lap. That Porsche GT3 just kind of hanging out there. He's run off the track. He's just going to take it all in. No better spectator seat in the house. Hopefully he brought his camera. Oh boy, came in a little bit hot there. Managed to get things under control. Come on, let's go, baby. So as predicted, we're going to be pretty close to this guy by the end of this lap. Likely have a shot at him into turn 1 of the next lap. 9 minutes to go. I'm thinking 4th place is all I'm going to be able to muster here. But even that, I think, will be a battle. Ooh, came in too hot there. Got it under control, though. Very, very close to a personal best here. Getting the slipstream may, in fact, push us to a PB. Come on. Come on. Full daylight now. Wow, dead even. How about that? So, didn't do anything with turn 1 there. Was there something there? Maybe? First gear here. Don't love first gear in this Cadillac. It tends to be really squirrely at the rear on corner exit. There's an airplane. You can't see it. It's on my left screen. An airplane taking off to our left. Got to be aggressive through this corner. That Porsche is still threatening. There we are. Now, what lies ahead for the remaining nearly 8 minutes of this race? Probably more than 8 minutes. Don't think there's another hypercar that I can reach unless we happen to run into backmarker traffic. Something up ahead, not too far, just exiting the chicane. I think I saw green, so it could be the Lambo. So, a few more good laps. We've got, what, 4 more laps-ish? Could I catch them? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to give it everything I can give it. And we'll see if we can catch them. Maybe get a podium. Best case. By the way, AI level here, comparatively low. I have mentioned in the past in this video series that, I run usually 100 in most scenarios. Here it's 90. And I think I could push a little bit harder, and with some setup work, I'm sure I could be competitive at 95. I don't think I could go 100 here. So, if you drive at all like me, you can adjust your AI level in kind. Ooh. Thought I was going to take too much curb there. Managed to survive. Yeah, so there's something not too far up the road. I do believe it's a GT3. Whoa, not first gear. Don't want that. Yeah, it's looking like a GT car. So probably not much more than a slipstream aid for me. But yeah, we're definitely chipping away at the gap to the hypercars in front. So just got to keep it smart. Don't do anything stupid, but yeah, I think it's definitely possible to get 3rd place here. And this is on for a PB. Assuming I don't tangle with this Corvette. He's going low. Stay high. Thank you, sir. Don't know the gap. Could change my heads-up display to see what the gap is to the car in front. I like the idea of just driving. Let's just give her full beans early and often. See what we can muster. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on. There they are. Not far up the road at all. What an experience. It's been cool doing this video series because it's been good for me. Like I relive these cars that I sort of jotted down as, you know, this is a really fun, really cool car to experience. And, you know, firing it up in sort of ideal race scenarios has been a blast. I'm so glad I did this series. And close to a PB here too, so my pace is good. Pace is good. Actually, they're quite far up the road, aren't they? Yeah, maybe it won't happen. Oh well, nothing to do but finish strong. In the words of the great Ronnie Coleman, nothing to it but to do it. Hello, GT3s. Uh-oh. Yeah, not ideal, boys. Not ideal. Not y'all's fault, but yeah. Just unfortunate timing. Alright, so traffic appears to have held back my rivals. So, can I get something here? Looking more possible now than it did last lap. And just doing some quick math here. I'll finish this lap and I think get 2 more. Yeah, they're not that far up the road. I see you. There's another green. There's a P2 car that's green. Obviously, that is not what is important, but don't be fooled by green on your screen. Move, move, move. Oh, horrible corner. And made contact there. We snuck through. Luckily, mostly unscathed. And you can see them. You can see that BMW. And the Lambo. That BMW is not far off now. This traffic is helping me immensely. Stay low, thank you. This bus stop chicane is going to be critical. Okay, go, 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 go. Good, alright, so this will be a last lap shootout. What can I do with this? second place, best case. I'm thinking unless I mess up monumentally, worst will be fourth place. And as much as I would have loved to have had that done before turn 1, there's no room. There we go, out of the way. Okay, so now we have a clear track between us and second place. Sorry, between us and the battle for second place. Although I think we're going to be back in back marker traffic momentarily. So this could all come down to the bus stop chicane here. And somehow, through all that, I am actually up on pace. All right, let's go, boys. Okay, so I'll clear the P2s before the braking zone. That's obviously good. Lambo, getting sideways. I got it. I got it. Okay, so that is Podium. Beautiful. Now, do I have a shot at second? Doesn't look like it. No. No. But I'm very happy that things worked out the way they did. I got my Podium. Beautiful, amazing race. This car is so much fun. And yeah, this is the way to experience it. This is fantastic. Hope you guys enjoyed, and there'll be more coming soon.